I'm
Hi.
Linda Tillman. This is Megan McCloskey, and we are going to install the bees at Spark Elementary School. These are wonderful bees that came from Bob Binnie at Blue Ridge Honey in Lakemont, Georgia.
All right.
So when you're installing bees, you don't need a smoker because the bees are not nervous. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the frames that are in this box, and we're going to put them exactly in the same order and facing the same way into this box. And the reason we're doing it that way is because the bees have already been living in this order in a nuc box at Blue Ridge Honey, and we don't want to, it's like if some stranger came in and just disturbed your living room. We don't want to rearrange their living room. So here are our beautiful bees, and we are going to, I'm going to stay open. So we've got a nice picture of them, and I'll bring you over so you can see what they look like. Here they are. Sorry for the shadow of the phone, but this is up in the top of the school at the rooftop garden. See her on this frame, but I wouldn't really expect to see her on the outside frame. But here on the other side, they're doing fine. They have a nice brood pattern. This is pollen over here. The yellow in the frame is pollen. So we're going to put this in our hive right here on this outside edge, because this is the outside edge it came from in this hive. And they are very calm bees. But just to help keep them calm, I'm going to cover them up with what's called a hive drape, and that will keep them even calmer. So now we're going for frame number 2. Pull this one out. Again, we see nice brood, a lot of bees. This is good. I'm gonna look and see if I see the queen. You don't have to see the queen. What you do have to see is evidence that she's been here, which is that there are eggs and little larvae growing. And I can see that. They're up in the upper right corner. There's larvae. The white little worm-looking creatures are larvae. So this frame is now going to go in exactly the same position that it was in, right here. And now we have enough bees in this new box that I'm also going to cover it up. And the covering it up keeps them calm. The bees are used to living in the dark. They're not used to being suddenly exposed to the absolute bright sunlight. And so we are exposing them right this minute. It's very hot up here too. The queen is long and elegant looking. The queen, unlike the drone, is long and narrow. Here's our nuc. This came from Bob Binnie, Blue Ridge Honey in Lakemont, Georgia. And we're going to open this box up. These bees have been in this box and they would like to get out of this box. So we're going to give them the opportunity to get out of the box and move hopefully happily into a new home. And we are going to use what's called hive drapes to cover them up to keep them calm. So we'll show you the frames, but you're not going to be able to see as much as you might like. Now this looks like an even better box.
Ooh.
Really fuller.
Oh my gosh.
So here is the second hive that we're going to install. This is called a nucleus hive because it's in essence, the nucleus of the hive box. And so it's going to be, we're going to do everything in order. We don't want to mess the bees up or confuse them by getting things out of order. So what we don't want to do is confuse the bees by rearranging their furniture. So we're going to try to take out the frames. We are going to take out the frames in exactly the same order that they're in the box so that we can put them into the new box that they're going to live in without, we're rearranging where the frames are, but not the way that they're ordered, which would be very confusing for the bees. And I'm trying to be very careful not to hurt or kill a bee in this process. But there are a lot of bees in this particular nuc, and they are excited to be running around. And this is a nice frame that they are using mostly for storing pollen. Miss McCloskey, if you'd hold it, and then you can put it in the box. So hold it in this position, so that's the way you're going to put it in the box, but bring it over to the camera.
There's always some capped honey a little bit.
There should always be capped honey. There's capped honey up in the corners, so that's good. So you can look on that if you want to, see if you see the queen, and you'd want to look on both sides. And just right here. And now, because there's so many bees in this particular nuc, we're going to go ahead and cover them up with a hive drape so that they'll stay calm. And now we're going to go for the next frame in this box and see what we see on it. Now this is a fabulous brood frame.
Oh, is that a...
That's a queen cell, and they get very crowded. We'll show them the queen cell. Come over here. You can point it out to them. I'll hold it from over here.
Okay.
And then you come to the other side where you won't be between the film, and then show them the queen.
Right
There are two of them. There are two of
and
them.
there.
Those are the beginning.
One is open, and the other one...
They're both the second one.
Actually, it looks like there's one down here too.
Yeah, the bees in a crowded box like this. These are not actually queen cells yet, but they're the beginnings of queen cells.
So are they making a new queen?
No, they're saying it's too crowded where we're living, and we need to be prepared to go to a bigger place. Now, we're giving them a bigger place by putting them into this hive, so they may not feel like they have to swarm, but it isn't unusual in a new nuc for the nuc to swarm because it's been in such crowded conditions. But we are giving it a big box. They do say that once a hive has decided to swarm, pretty hard to defeat that inclination. But this is not decided because they don't have queen cells. I mean, they don't have queen cells, not completed ones. But this is a fabulous nuc. I wish the other one had looked like this. This is just wall-to-wall brood. It's really great. I'm looking, I'd love to be able to show you all the queen, but it's not easy to see her ever, and it's definitely not easy to see her in this forest of bees. And then pull the hive drape back. Good job. Okay. So you all can see the bees aren't actively trying to sting us. I haven't gotten stung yet, and I don't have anything on except a veil. And you should always wear a veil around a beehive at the very minimum, because if a bee stings you in your eye, you can go blind. But the bees don't want to sting you, because if they sting you, they die. Okay. There we go. Look and see if maybe the queen we can find around here. This is actually the most likely one to see her on because there's so much open brood on this one. Which is where you typically see her because it's where she's laying. But we have secretive queens in these two nucs, and so Miss McCloskey and I are going to hope during the process of our keeping these bees that at some point we do see her. Right now what I'm seeing are lots of drones, but not the queen. Okay, so that is all there is to say on that. Wait a minute. Yep, that's all there is to say on that. And we didn't see the queen, but we did see that there's brood in there, which is very exciting.
Oh, is that? Nope, that's a drone. Sorry. Hey, and then we got to dump these, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there any chance that the queen would be hanging out in the
She
bottom
might
of the
be.
box?
Let me show you. I'm going to let you dump them. But the easiest way to dump bees is to do like this. All right, now dump them.
Okay.
That loosened them all from their grip on the side of the box.
And
Now
then
you set it
the
out here
box.
for the bees to be able to go in where their mother is. And in the same way that we did with the other one, the other hive, we're putting on both hives a new box because it's the middle of the nectar flow. The tulip poplar is blooming like crazy right now, and we want to make sure that they have every opportunity
You got space over
to collect nectar. This is weird. This has a hole.
there. Yeah, this one actually has.
This is looking like the frames below are not pushed
Yeah.
down enough.
Do you know what it is? It was a wood chip on it.
Oh, okay.
That's what was causing the problem.
Okay, now we'll try it.
Oh, there's another wood chip. Okay.
Oh, because it was sitting on the wood chips. Okay, now we're good.
And do you want to get the bottle caps?
So when you put the inner cover on, the reason you put this on the back is it gives them a back entrance. They don't usually use it as a back entrance, but yes, let's put bottle caps on it. Just like, thank you, Miss McCloskey, for reminding me about the bottle caps. So we'll put the bottle caps on. Look at that. These are all 4 alike. So we're having bottle caps that match our beautifully decorated green hives. Alrighty. We're good. So the bees for Spark have now been installed.